Alright. As soon as I hit start stream, my brownie timer went off because I totally forgot I had those in the oven. So I had to go take those out. But what's up, everyone? It has been a fat minute. Wow, I forgot to change the date on that. Let me do that real quick. Wow, March 28th was the last time I streamed. Oof. Alright, cool. So, I actually was not planning on streaming just because I've been so busy. So this stream is going to be really short. But, there's a new seasonal mission out. And you know, we just have to check it out. I'm not sure how I like this shader configuration, but it'll be fine. But here we go. Retribution. I haven't touched Destiny in like over a week. But Crow is waiting for you in the helm with a message. He and Marasov have found a way to defy the Shadow Legion offensive on Earth. Oh, yeah, we're going to go see Crow. Hey, Quiz, it has been a while. Or I should say Llama. I always call you Llama. What am I doing? Yeah, this could possibly be the finale. I don't know if it is, because we still have like a whole nother month of the season. Yeah, we have 33 days left. So maybe like we'll have this plus like an actual season finale at the last week. I guess we'll know at the end of this mission, but like no one's talking about this.
Guardian, good work out there.
Like I've been very active on YouTube and whatnot. No one said anything. Or Twitter or
Mara
anything.
and I have been talking, and we came to the same conclusion. It's time to act. The witness sees our connection to each other as a weakness to exploit. It's counting on us not risking more lives in another attack. But if Amanda were here, I think she'd tell us it's time to play some offense. Mara's focusing all her energy directly through you, Guardian. We need you to blaze through the Ascendant Plane one last time. But it won't be without backup. We're all going.
Oh.
Mara says your power is strong enough to sweep us up in your astral wake. When you come out on the Shadow Legion flagship, we'll be right there with you. Lead the charge, Guardian. Let's finish what they started.
He sounds a little more cheery than I would expect him to. Also, I really hope that we have like allies fighting alongside us like we did with like Keitel. I love having that happening. I want more of it. It's time to act, Crow says. You're struck by Crow's confidence as he explains his and Mara's plan. The witness sees our connection to each other as a weakness to exploit. It's counting on us, not risking more lives in another attack. But if Amanda were here, I think she'd tell us it's time to play some offense. Mara's focusing all her energy directly through you, Guardian. We need you to blaze through the Ascendant Plane one last time. But it won't be without backup, he grins. We're all going. Lead the charge, Guardian. Destroy the Shadow Legion's prison ship. Oh. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's your plan. I see. Mission, retribution. Or retribution.
Okay, where was I?
You're gonna back me up. That's what's happening. I think this is an okay loadout. Sure.
Guardian, with your light and the power which I have imbued, you have grasped the Ascendant Plane in total and may traverse it at will. We are poised for a victory. It is time to strike. The Shadow Legion flagship is a stain on your sky. Destroy it, and find joy in its destruction.
I feel like this is a lot more easier said than done.
We will travel the Ascendant Plane by Marakel's grace and aid you in your attack.
We'll follow your lead. Get inside that ship and we'll all take it down together.
Never fear, Guardian. We'll be your support as you find a path to the ship's engine.
Go. Find your retribution. Deliver justice as Queen's Guard.
I don't... Is that the Shadow Legion ship? Or is that Kaido's fleet? I don't know. Woo!
In all my years fighting back the Taken, I never thought I'd set foot in the Ascendant Plane.
Marakel's power is considerable, but it is not boundless. We must use this opportunity wisely.
Freak, it just launches you.
We have our breach points. Make this count.
Oh, we're not going to see him.
Guardian. Crow, Mithrax, and I will bring down the Shadow Legion's commanders one by one.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Don't say it like that.
Mithrax?
I am ready to cut them down. We will break their ship and watch it fall from our sky.
Yeah, that's right. What up?
Remember what they took from us. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Man, I haven't played a first-person shooter, I think in a week and a half, 2 weeks. Alright, let's get some Devour going. I'm not finding that many heavy bricks. Well, at least I have special ammo now.
Charges on. Detonating ammunition storage now.
Oh my... I was here!
There. I took out their firepower.
He almost took me out.
Marakel's Corsairs are with me. We are ready.
Good. Devron's providing cover. Let's move.
I have them in my sights. Don't worry, Guardian.
Have
We've
them
got
in my
things handled
sights.
on our end.
Oh, come on. I want to fight alongside. Oh. I hear fighting. Yes. You can see him fighting. That's pretty cool. We gotta go aid them. Or are we doing our own thing? I think we're doing our own thing.
Accept my power, Guardian, and tear down their defenses with your light.
Favor of destruction. Yes.
Those cooling fans are the only thing stopping the engine from going critical. You'll have to destroy those generators first.
Yes. I wonder what favor of destruction gives you. Because it's not increased ability regen. Not from what I'm seeing. Oh, it's immune. Hold up. Oh, I need this buff to shoot this stuff. Ah, that makes more sense.
Earlier, I took out the legionary with the biggest helmet. Had to be their leader. They're headless now, so to speak. You're clear to bring down those engineers. Then that engine is all yours.
Oh, come on. Where's that orb of power? I need it.
Destroy the engine and take down this ship.
Oh my gosh.
Completing your mission, Guardian.
And have a little fun with it.
17%. How many of these pieces are there? There we go. Wish I could do like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Star-Lord flips off Thanos as he jumps through the portal.
There are many
That
battles
is
to
the
come,
prison ship.
but we have this victory today.
Every civilian in the EDZ can see what we've done. They know we're keeping them safe from whatever the Witness wants with them. Well done, Guardian. You too, lads. We made quite the team up there.
We made the Shadow Legion hurt. We showed them that we can strike back.
In this, we honor Amanda's memory.
I mean, it was a fun mission. Story-wise, though, didn't quite have the oomph that you might hope that it could have. Sweet. That's cool. They changed it so it looks like it's a burning ship.
You did it, Guardian. And thanks for taking us along for the ride. Felt good to get a few shots in. You make one hell of a Queen's Guard. Wish it didn't have to end, but Mara won't be able to channel her energy out forever. She'd deny it, but she's getting tired. Even if the power of the Awoken fades, you'll always have their gratitude. And Mara's. And mine. There are still pockets of prisoners out there. Devrim and Mithrax will keep running rescue efforts as long as it takes. I'll be here too. We can't protect everyone, but helping who we can, there's nothing more important than that. See you around, Guardian.
Thanks for taking us along for the ride. Crow says you make one hell of a Queen's Guard. There's a satisfaction in Crow's voice. For the successful attack on the Shadow Legion ship, certainly. But beneath his words, you sense something greater unspoken. Wish it didn't have to end, but Mara won't be able to channel her energy out forever. Even if the power of the Awoken fades, you'll always have their gratitude. And Mara's, and mine. He tells you he'll join Devrim and Mithrax and continue rescue operations for as long as he can. We can't protect everyone, but help in who we can. There's nothing more important than that. See you around, Guardian. Alright, let's listen to the last radio recording.
Holiday. I know the Traveler won't bring you back,
Not Zavala.
but if it did, you wouldn't remember any of us, or who you were. You wouldn't remember what you did. Tradition would dictate I not tell you. But I think I would. I would hold your hand and tell you that you were the best of us. Fearless, kind, and joyful. Skilled, stubborn, brave and principled, even to the end. And I would tell you how much you meant to the people who loved you. I know that if you became a Guardian, you would be all those things again. But here, now, We can only live in the better world you've made for us. And hold ourselves to the example you set. Thank you for what you did and who you were. Goodbye, Amanda.
Now that's a finale right there. Very well spoken, Zavala. I wonder why it's blinking at me. All right. Sightlines, Chapter 6. Battle Within. Guardians and civilians function... Well, hold up. Guardians and civilian functionaries bustled past Devrim as he made his way towards Zavala's office in the tower. The graying scout took a deep breath and was discomforted by the assault of body odor, pollution, market spices, and the sharp sting of aerosolized ether. He suddenly yearned for the clean forest air of Trossland. He knocked sharply on the office door and opened it tentatively. Zavala beckoned him in. The scout sat beside the commander's enormous desk, which was cluttered with minimized displays and blinking holographic reminders. Each, Devrim assumed, was an urgent communique awaiting orders. "Thank you for stopping by," Zavala said. "I know you're busy." Devrim arched his eyebrows. "I suppose that's relative, Commander?" Gesturing towards the field of demanding messages. Zavala dimmed his desktop display with a wave of his hand. "That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. As the Vanguard has grown over the years, leadership is getting further and further from the civilians we're protecting." "I can imagine," Devrim replied sympathetically. "Seems as though the tower grows taller every year." "Indeed." Zavala fixed Devrim with an inscrutable look. Was it fatigue? Regret? Resentment? The moment passed. "We need a fresh perspective from the ground," the Titan continued matter-of-factly. "Someone who understands both the Vanguard's missions and the civilian populace. An attaché of sorts, who can help us coordinate with local governments. I'd like that person to be you." "Ah," Devon replied. He had feared something like this was coming. "Mark would be thrilled. He's been hounding me to get out of the field. And perhaps it's time." "I appreciate the offer," Devon replied tactfully, "but I'm afraid I'm not ready to put my rifle down just yet. My knees aren't what they once were, but with age comes clarity. I used to think working in recon made me reclusive, but now I rather believe it's the other way around." "What you're describing is public relations," the scout continued, "and I couldn't imagine anyone less qualified than myself." "I understand, but recon is risky work," Zavala objected. "The longer you're in the field, the greater the chance that something will go wrong." "That's true," Devon admitted, "but as dangerous as it is in Trossland, no battlefield frightens me more than this one." He gestured again to the barrage of unanswered messages. "I'll take my chances with the Shadow Legion, thank you." Zavala leaned back in his chair and frowned. "I'm disappointed." He turned his attention to the array of messages, "but I understand. Not a day goes by that I don't miss the field. Actually seeing results instead of just reading about them." The commander sighed. I accept your decision, but if Mark ever asks me why you're still in the field, I won't lie, he cautioned. Devram chuckled nervously. That's a different mission altogether. Alright. So Zavala looking for someone to help be a public relations person between the Vanguard and the civilians. Makes sense. It's not going to be Devram. Wonder who it's going to be. Before it used to be the speaker, but we kind of know how that turned out. And now, the beaten path. So, if I remember correctly, this is a story about Nora and Bram. Yeah, this is Amanda's parents. Yeah, well, she was her chaperone in the story of the Last City. When Amanda was 2 months shy of 12, she and her father covered Nora and her gun with a blanket of soft earth, then walked on. Last chapter of Amanda's story. The Last City. There were memories Amanda knew she had to keep. Her mother's death was one of them, her father's too. But the chaperone was just as clear in her mind, even when the sound of their voices faded. Amanda remembered the final shots of her mother's gun that rang out the night she died. The terror Amanda felt, the loss. When she reached the Last City, the sound stayed with her through those early years. It would jolt her awake. It would pierce her thoughts. It would make her feel completely alone, even when she knew she wasn't. But eventually, once she finally felt safe in the city's walls, the memory of that sound reverted from a terror to a comfort once more. It had kept her and so many others safe, just like the city did now. The gun had been laid to rest in her mother's grave. The only other person who had fired it was in his own grave, a half-day's walk north of the city, dead from disease. She couldn't bring them back like the traveler could. She couldn't put her family back together. But there was something she could bring back, in a way. I have a commission, she said, and laid down everything she remembered about her mother's gun. The Tex Mechanica gunsmith took her plans with a smile. In 2 weeks, it had soured to confusion. In 4, it had curdled to annoyance. Amanda inspected each piece as it was made, comparing them all to her memory. Not like that, she said. The chamber was retooled. Almost, she said, the barrel was reshaped. That's not right, she said, pointing at the curling designs that were meant to finish the weapon. At this, the frustrated armorer laid the chisels down on his work surface. I have done everything you asked, she said, pushing away from the table with an exasperated huff. Now what? This is the only thing we got left, Amanda offered. Then do it yourself, the gunsmith said. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life on this gun. I'm not even going to spend the rest of the day on it. Do it yourself. She did. It wasn't her mother's tools or her mother's gun. Amanda had to keep reminding herself of that every time she tapped the tungsten chisel into the barrel. A pile of scrap metal, scored and marked and discarded, told her that she was getting a little bit better at it every day. Her hands a little steadier, her memory a little sharper. Slowly, slowly, she traced the night in the cowshed with her chisel and brought back the beauty of the gun before her eyes. Then one day, Amanda pressed it against her hip, held the barrel, leaned forward. She had seen her mother use it so many times that she could mimic the stance and movement, even though she had never been allowed to fire it. Now her grip tightened. She pulled the trigger. When it fired clean. The sound was lighter, more piercing, but it kicked, and it shone. Her life was better than her mother's had been. Nora had made sure of it. And the life of this chaperone would be better than its predecessors as well. It would keep people safe. That was all that mattered. Good book. Good book. And that's it. As far as I can tell from all these triumphs and whatnot, that's kind of the end of Season of Defiance. I still don't know what this is blinking at me about. Alright, that's going to be so annoying. But yeah. Good story. Not much more for me to say about it. I wish the conclusion was a little different in a way. But blowing up the ship, that was fun. That was a fun mission. Really wish we got to fight alongside our comrades. If Bungie can make that happen, it would make my day. That finale fight with Kaido is probably the best part of Lightfall. Because it's just chaotic. It's fun. You just have armies of Cabal at your side. I want more of that. In terms of Amanda's death, it hurt. It came out of nowhere. I don't know if I mentioned this. I rewatched the cutscene, and looking at the screen, you can tell that it's a countdown timer. I missed that during my initial watch, so that's why I was really confused as to what happened. But yeah, now that I know, it made a lot more sense. With Zavala's final message, people are speculating that Amanda has to return as a guardian. I can see it going either way. And whatever direction Bungie does choose to go, whether to keep her dead or bring her back as a guardian, I'm all for it. Whatever decision. I think either option would be great for her character. Also, I didn't realize, look at all those settlements. I don't know they were out there. We still don't know why the witness was gathering prisoners. I was hoping we would find that out at some point, but we didn't. Season of the Deep, I still have no idea what it's about. I know that there's been leaks and spoilers being thrown around and that whole drama happening. Luckily, I haven't seen anything, which is really good. I think the only spoilers I've had is the new weapon for Guardian games, and if that's a spoiler, apologies. There's a new weapon coming out, which is good. I think we only had the one submachine gun for Guardian games, so having another weapon to chase it will be really nice. I won't say anything more about it. It's not even related to the leaks and the spoilers and whatnot. I'm excited for the next season. I'm excited to see how the story goes. I am just hoping that things lead up into a way that by the time the final shape comes around, it makes sense. And they don't make the same mistakes they made with Lightfall. Story-wise. Gameplay-wise, everything's been fantastic. Story-wise. But there's your Season of Defiance. I think there might be one last thing at the very last week of the season. That's a month from now. Thank you guys for watching this finale. Had me choking up there at the end multiple times. Yeah, I probably won't stream again till then. Actually, that's not true. Guardian Games comes out at the same time my school ends, so I might be able to start streaming around then. Because it'll be cool. Maybe we can let Warlocks win again. Not sure though. That'll be a fight. But you guys are great. Sorry for not streaming. Just been busy. We'll get back to it. There's a lot of stuff I would like to play and get done. There's a couple playthroughs we need to finish, such as the genocide route for Undertale. I definitely need to finish that. I will not feel like a true gamer until I beat that Sans fight. Same with the Pokemon Nuzlocke. I need to beat my first Nuzlocke. I might lower the restrictions just a little. I don't think I'm quite good enough to be doing all those hardcore rules. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all eventually.